Well, yeehaw! This is one of the last videos for the Business 240 Word class. This one is for the Table of Contents assignment. I had already done a video for the citations assignment, so if you have any questions about citations, refer to that video or contact me. You guys are doing amazing work. This video shouldn't be too long. It's just going over the table of contents, table of figures, table of tables. That's kind of a funny one. I love saying it. Table of tables. So what we're wanting to do is download the table of contents document and make it look just like this example where it has the table of contents. Please remember the page number at the bottom of all of the page numbers. Please note the table of contents, table of figures, table of tables. Their page numbers are in Roman numerals. So they should be in letter I, second page II, and then the rest of the document should be in regular numbers. Okay, can't stress that enough. Page numbers seem to be very difficult for most people. I know I struggle with them from time to time because Word just likes to do things automatically that I don't like. So just remember, please remember your page numbers. It's very important, especially as you move on in your college career. Page numbers in English classes and other documents you're going to be writing, you'll get scrutinized for those. So anyways, this is the final document, and here's the base document. We've already inserted 2 blank pages for you. So we gave you a little bit of a leg up here. We already kind of made it known that table of contents is on its own page. The table of figures and table of tables are on their own page. Okay, they need to be separated. So figures and tables are on one page. Table of contents on its own page, and their page numbers are in Roman numerals. Okay. All right. So first thing what I want to do is just kind of go over captions. So you notice that in our example, there is a caption for the figure pie chart. There's a caption for this table. There's a caption for this image and for this table as well. So I'm going to show you how to insert those captions. This is from a readability, usability type standpoint. You want to make sure you have captions whenever you put an image in. That's just best practices. Okay. So if I select the image, I can insert a caption one of 2 ways. I can either go to references and insert caption. So when I do that, it automatically puts the caption of figure 1 because I have it labeled as a figure. If this was a table, it would change it to table 1. And you notice that you cannot edit this. I'm hitting the backspace key. I can't do anything. So we want figure 1. This one is going to be pie chart. Okay. And then boom, puts the figure 1 pie chart there. This one is a table. So if I click on this little guy right at the table, there's one of 2 ways that I can enter the caption. I can do it under references and insert caption, or I can right click and I can insert caption. So that's the other way. I use the right click because it's a little bit faster. This one is a table. So I want to make sure my label is table. And so it comes up as table 1. And this one is roots. And that puts the figure or the caption there. I'm going to scroll down. I can't remember the name of this one. This one is organizing. So if I click on the image, right click, choose insert caption. Again, this is not a table. This is a figure. Organizing. I was close. All right, so organizing. And then our final one is this table. Just right click, insert caption, or you can go to references, insert caption, same thing. This is a table, so this one's going to be table 2. And I know it is the KWL chart. Yes, chart. Okay. You do have the option if you wanted it below the text or above the text, you can do that. Our examples are putting the table information above the image, and the figures are below, which is the default. So we'll put that. So you notice I now have the captions all correctly in there. My next task is to insert the table of figures and the table of tables. The reason why I do that first is that way I don't have to re-update my table of contents. If you put the table of contents in first, you're going to have to update it after you put in the figures and tables. So I usually do figures, tables, and then the table of contents. You notice I haven't done any page numbers. There's a reason for that, just because Word is finicky. So I'm going to go to the second page. It's already been created for us. Coincidentally, the second page is here. And I'm going to insert a table of figures. Please note, inserting the table of figures works for the table of figures and the table of tables. So I'll show you how. So the first one that we want at the top is the table of figures. So I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do is put a label, because it does not get automatically put in. Okay, so there's figures, and I'm just going to do a carriage return, and I'm going to put tables. And then what I'm going to do is come over to home, make this a heading 1. I'm going to go back to here, make this a heading 1. Actually, I'm going to put one more carriage return in between. There we go. Much better. So now just underneath that, I'm going to go references, insert table of figures, and right here. So this is what's going to determine whether or not it's the table of figures or table of tables, the caption label. So I'm going to do the drop down, hit figure, and click OK. And you notice, just like the example, pretty much. I can get rid of this carriage return now. Whoops, I'm not going to do that right now. Never mind. Anyways, so now I'm at the well, this is where Word gets a little weird. Okay, so I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to make sure there's a carriage return after this guy. It looks like there was some weird formatting that I need to get rid of. So this is my fault, not the program's fault. Okay. Anyways, now I'm back at tables and I have a carriage return. I'm going to make this guy heading 1. You shouldn't struggle like I just did because I messed up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to insert the table of tables. See, even destructors, we mess up in Word 2. We just mess up really quickly and we can clean it up really quickly. So now I'm going to go to insert table of figures. Remember, that's where you can do figures or tables. And the caption label I want is table. So just make sure table is selected. Click OK. And now you notice that it has figures under figures and tables under tables, just like our example. Okay. But you'll notice that the numbers, I found something that our course designers got wrong. They had the wrong page numbers, although they didn't. I just haven't done the page numbers yet. I got excited there for a second. I like it when I find little errors. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do insert table of figures. I'm sorry, table of contents. That's what I'm doing up here. And I want to make sure that it's going to be labeled table of contents. So we'll go to table of contents, make sure it's an automatic table 2, which is table of contents. And magically, everything is in there. And now I'm going to do my page numbers. I'm going to double click in the footer. I'm going to go to page number, bottom of page, and these are centered. And for this particular document, these are going to be Roman numerals. So for the table of contents and the table figures and table tables, I'm going to start at I. Okay. And this one's going to be II, since it's the second page. And then you notice that the third and fourth page have Roman numerals. We just need to change those. So that way, we do not want it to continue from the previous section. We want it to start at, oh no, we do not want it to start at the previous section. And we want it to start at 1. Okay. Then we have 3, and then we have 4. All right, so the page numbers are correct. You can see that there is a Roman numeral for the table of contents, Roman numeral for the table of tables and table of figures, and that there is a 1 and a 2 for the main body of the document. So that way, when we look at the example, we are aligned with that example. The figures are on page 1 and 2, tables are on page 1 and 2, and we go up to the table of contents. We have the correct page numbering. One other thing to remember on the table of contents is that you want to make sure that it is formatted so that the main items are in bold. And what you do is you go to the table of contents, and you just want to make sure that's automatic table 2, and that should format it with the bold. If for some reason it does not do that, let me know. There are a couple different ways of being able to tackle that, but as long as you do it as an automatic table 2, it should come in with the bold. You can always come in here and manually do bold if you need to. I don't recommend doing it. Try and do it as automatic as possible. If the page numbers are not right in the table of contents, it may need to be updated. So what you can do is click on the table of contents, click update table, and only update the page numbers only, and that should update it. So just make sure your page numbers are matching exactly what the page number should be in the document. And that is all we have for the table of contents. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Sorry the videos were a little bit longer this week than normal. I know you don't want to spend your entire week just watching my videos, but I'm trying to help you out with the assignments best I can and explain some of the concepts behind each one. So have a great week, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Take care.